All right, guys, I am back for the last little bit, almost 45 minutes left in the day. I'm going to give me just a minute to kind of set up here, get my chart showing, and we will get on our way here. I apologize for we had a lot of issues today on top of meetings that I had to deal with. Had a number of tech challenges as well. So, again, my apologies. We're all through them. We're back here for the rest of the afternoon, and we're going to be fresh and doing well tomorrow. No issues, nothing in the way as far as scheduling. So, let's go ahead and kind of go over what we've been looking at and what's happened today here so far. So, we were looking at Apple. You can see immediately it gapped down below our entry here. We're looking for this 177 to hold. Certainly did not. So we're going to see if that 177 gets retaken tomorrow. Obviously, there's not much time here today. Not likely that'll get retaken. Maybe we get a test, but we'll see if tomorrow morning we gap back up into this 177, in which case, as we do, if there's some strength into that, we can take our long and we take profits up at about 180 is our first, and then 185. All right, so that's Apple. Let's switch from Apple to AI. AI did a great job today. We just basically touched our first profit target here at 1180. So basically, we're just looking for a continuation here move here. We were fortunate to take this long a couple days ago. Took profit here. You see it bounce back. You could have reloaded there and taken profits again. And now you can see we're getting a little bit pullback. I suspect this pullback will only take us to just under VWAP. I would be surprised if we get under 1130 when we pull back here. We might get as low as 1125, but roughly speaking, that's what I anticipate. And then maybe we get a continuation tomorrow to not only test today's high here at that 1180, but break through and finally reach our second profit target up there at about $12. All right, so that's AI. Go ahead and look at Ford. Now look, we were talking earlier about Ford, right? That channel and how reliable it is that you can basically, until again the channel is broken, play between $13.50 and $14. Look what happened. We came down almost to $13.50 and some change, and it's still continuing to do so, but we already are starting to see a little bit of support building, right? So we're going to see, does this touch one more time, make it a double bottom? If so, this would be a call that we would take just to ride up, presuming we have the right of volume profile. When that happens, we'll take a call, ride it up to 14, sell the call at 14, buy a $14 put, ride that baby right back down, just rinse and repeat, guys, until there's, a reason not to. And then if you do this over and over, there's a point where you're so far ahead that even if that last contract you buy loses and it goes to zero, it doesn't matter. Because if you've been playing this channel for as long as you've been able to, okay, let's just move out a little bit here. Let's go. There we go. Let's just show you how strong this channel actually has been. Okay, we're looking at as far back the first week of January. Okay, so all of January and now a full week plus in February. Look at this channel, guys. Just keep buying low, selling high. I mean, it's just all we do over and over and over. So that's Ford. We're waiting for 1350 to be tested one more time as support. When that support holds and we see that, then we'll take calls up to 14, sell them at 14, reverse, take the $14 puts. So that's Ford for us here today. Switch to Netflix. Now, Netflix has been interesting. Never really gave us the entry that we're looking for here. Well, that's not necessarily true. Let me see. Well, that was last week, so that's definitely not the case. You could see today we just dropped right out of bed off the bell. Took us right here to our third profit target. So we never got quite to our entry here at 83. just barely off, maybe 70, 60 cents, something like that. And then it's, bounced down here and it's trying to make that recovery. So we're just going to continue to hold this setup and this trade until it fills it in. When it does, if the appropriate volume profile and indicators match, we'll take that short at 83 on Netflix. Still waiting for that setup to kind of make it play. NVIDIA, same deal, man. This thing did great here. Look, you could see we had, excuse me, let me move this out of my too big of a time frame. Go to the 5 minutes, there we go. Pull this back a little bit. Okay. So you can see right off the bat here, we had a downturn, but this gave us a beautiful entry, guys. This went perfectly to a T. In fact, let me put it on the 1 so that you can see in intricacies. Let's pull that back there. Now it's giving you a nice pullback. But here we go, guys. If you caught this, great job. You didn't have much time. Because if you look right off the bat, first thing we did was kind of drop into this area here. But look how quickly we recovered. I mean, we did it perfect. This is why we wait, right? It came down below our stop, recovered our stop, and then look at the strength into our buy zone, okay? And then look at the move afterwards, right into our profit targets. All right, we got all the way up past 192 to 195. Actually, got all the way up there, didn't we? Not quite to 195, but pretty darn close. Right into, as you can see, our profit target. So great job on this NVIDIA play, guys. If you caught this NVIDIA play, I mean, you had to be quick. You had to be confident. Once you saw that regain of our stop and then that momentum, I mean, nothing, it's no holds barred here. Great job. And then it's staying up there. It's flagging. Pretty nice. Well, it was up until recently. As you can see, now we are having that pullback. So look, guys, let's see if this sets up for tomorrow. Rinse and repeat until it tells you otherwise. So same deal for tomorrow. Let's watch these same levels and let's see if we get a repeat, a test into our stop and our buy zone. If it holds, we buy into strength, like here in the morning, and we just ride that up, guys. And we let it go. This is why we let the profits go, because of this. All right, very important. This is why we're not greedy. We have profit targets and zones. We take profit when it's there, and then we wait for the new setup. All right, but congratulations, guys, on that NVIDIA play. That's great. All right, Pfizer, another great one here today, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so we had a move right down into our stop area, right? Just like we always say, we like to buy near our stop, right? So our stop got tested right away. Right off the bat, we started coming down to test our stop. Stop got pierced, reclaimed it, and then it held. That's so important, guys. The pierce, the reclaim, and the hold, okay? Once you saw this, that was your signal right there. The pierce, the retake, the reclaim, and then the hold. And once you start seeing the trade line curl up and the volume kind of turn a little bit more positive, that's where we bought. We stacked up on a couple of tiers right there. And on the way in, through buying into strength through our entry zone. And then look, taking profits off at the top of the day. And then as we're moving up, we're going to take our second profit here just ahead of 27.50 at 27.45. But this is the beauty, again, of buying your first tier at your stop or stop zone. You get to capitalize, even though this is our first profit target at 27.45. I get to take one tier off right here, halfway there because I was patient. I waited for the test of the level, and it held, and I bought. And now I get to sell one of those now, wait for the small pullback. Likely tomorrow we get a continuation move, and then I sell another tier up here, and then another tier up at well, it's way up there. It won't let me go up there now, but it's 27.80, 27.90, right ahead of 28. All right, so Pfizer is doing great job on that Pfizer trade, but guys, awesome. Palantir. Look, Palantir got so close to our buy zone, guys. We've been waiting for that 83, right? Or I'm sorry, that 147.50. Just missed it. Not quite there. Still strength. I mean, we're well above VWAP, but we only got the 146 and some change. I'm suspecting maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we get up into that level. If we do dip into that level there, then we can look for weakness. We see those signs of weakness. We take a short and we enter, we take our profits down at these levels here. All right. So that is Palantir. And let's go see what Tesla is doing. All right, Tesla's a monster, guys. Look at that reclaim of that area. This thing was at 387, like what, 2 trading days ago? 2 full trading days ago, and now we're up here at 4.25 again. Or 420, heading to 4.25. That is really a great comeback here, guys. So Tesla's doing great. I love these levels. Just this happening, the pierce for one day and the reclaim of this 400, and then we jumping up to here to the 420 is a real strong move here. So I suspect we will continue up to a 425, maybe 430 over the next day or so, in which case I would expect resistance up there. As we approach that 424, 425, it'll start, and it'll get really heavy around 430. But then you could likely rely on this 411 to 414 zone to act as support, and likely feel confident and safe to channel trade with Tesla as well. Buying calls down here around 411 to 414, and then buying shorts, getting puts up at around 425, 430, presuming again the correct volume profile and indication mix. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now, guys. Great job here, and just let me know if there's anything else you have questions on. We'll go from there. All right, fam, we got about 15 minutes left till the market closes. So if you're looking to close any positions out before the evening, this is the time to start thinking about doing that so we don't get caught in something we don't want overnight. And let's see where we're at with these different trades here. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Well, for some reason it gave me that. Let's go back to this. All right, there we go. Much easier for you guys to see, I'm sure. Okay, Apple, we're at 273.92. We're gonna see if tomorrow I want to see actually if we fill this gap first. I really want to fill that gap. You know how I always talk about gaps kind of attract price action? Well, there's a prime example. Instead of going up into our zone, it's kind of drew us down into that. So we want to see tomorrow if we fill that gap. Once we fill that gap, I'll feel more comfortable about this move on up on Apple. And then maybe as we go into our buy zone here and we start breaking through 177, we can take that long on Apple tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna check out AI now. AI just doing real nicely here. It's just continuing to move up after this bump up last week and into today. We're just looking for a continuation on that tomorrow. VWAP's going to be tested. These levels here at about 11 and a quarter are going to be tested. And then hopefully we actually break through our little resistance here at 1180. And then we get into that $12 range for our second profit target. Let me move this thing, guys. It's a little too close. I don't know how I moved that earlier, but let's put that right there. All right, there we go. All right, so that's AI. We're looking for continuation long tomorrow. Let's see, Ford, still waiting for a real ultimate decision. We were bearish today. Looks like we're going to end the day in a bearish momentum. I suspect tomorrow we test this 1350 area for the second time. Provided it holds support, we could look for a quick day trade scalp right up to 14. And then in which case 14, we're going to flip-flop that right around, and then we're going to end up taking a short from 14 all the way back down to 1350. So we're waiting for Ford to set up for us still. Netflix. All right, Netflix, not quite to our buy-in earlier today. We waited. If you were aggressive and you bought right off the belt, kudos. It went in your favor. Great. Sometimes that happens. It's risky because it could have gone the opposite way. We like to wait till we get to our levels to do it. And as you can see, it was perfectly fine. We hit 2 levels of our profit target, but we've regained one and we're about to retake another. So tomorrow we'll see if we gap up into that 83 to 83.50, in which case we'll take that short on a more conservative entry than the one we would have had to have taken today. NVIDIA, nice gap up. Oh, look at that bump up, guys. That is interesting there, especially on that volume. Now, look, what happened here, this is the 15-minute without looking, and I'm going to go to the smaller time frame to see if I'm right. We had obviously a big gap up, but you see this big wick? That means it could not hold that gain. So we're coming right back down. So there's some resistance to that push up there. So let's go ahead and go to the 3-minute and see what kind of action we had there. Oops, that's a 5. Wow, that was really a quick little in and out move there. That's how quick. Look at that phantom wick right there. That means, it had to be quick because these are 1-minute candles. So to have this big of a move and this big of a move down is very, very interesting here on NVIDIA. So we're going to definitely keep our eye on this over the next day. Hold on. I never can seem to remember to turn that alarm off, but we got 10 minutes till the market closes, guys. 10 minutes. All right. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on this. You know what I mean? If we see this come down here tomorrow and we see a similar area of support that we did earlier today before this big move up, right here, then maybe we could take advantage of that tomorrow as well. Take that ride. Who knows? Maybe this is a precursor to an attempt to this level. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and mark that off so that's noted. And we'll just do that for now. We'll come back to it. All right. Pfizer. Look at that. Pfizer looking strong. Nice volume profile. Only one real big candle on the pullback, but you can see we're building some more momentum. I suspect we're going to end the day right around here, but I'm looking for tomorrow to really get that continuation push up into about that 27.40, 45 zone, in which case we'll be taking off some more tiers there. Again, buying near our stop gave us the advantage of being able to take a tier off way down here instead of up here, allowing us to put a little profit in our pocket, take some risk off the table, and we're still in this move for a larger, still in position for a larger move up. So great job on Pfizer, guys. Again, just being patient paid off there. Pardon. Palantir, yep, same old deal. Didn't get to our thing, our entry zone. We're pretty darn close. We're gonna see if we pop in there tomorrow. If we do, I'd like to see a pop up in first thing tomorrow, and then just to see that morning volume exhaust into that resistance / entry, and then we could see maybe taking that down, taking off profit all along here. All right, so we're still in that short on PL, or we're looking for that short on PLTR. So good job. Tesla pulling back just like we expected. We're going to test those, mid 415s. VWAP has to be tested. As a matter of fact, I'd be surprised if we didn't go all the way to 414, to be honest. Off of that 420, we're going to be at 414, no problem. Wouldn't even be surprised if we went to 411, but I think it'll likely hold. So that's what we're looking at with Tesla, guys. All right, so we've got about 7 minutes and some change before the market closes. Anybody have any questions, please leave them in the chat. Let's get to them before it's too late. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes till the market close. Two minutes, guys. 2 minutes to the market close. One minute, guys. Close up your positions that you don't want overnight. We got 1 minute left. All right, folks, we are closed. Great trading today. Looking forward to another great day of trading tomorrow. Get some rest, spend some time with your family, get planned and prepared, and we'll see you here same time tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. we get started. All right, guys, have a great night.
Rich, tight, mind right, pulling that trigger quick. Green Day grin with a country draw. Blues in my past, now I'm watching it fall. Rocking my spine, reggae swaying my seat. Top tier trading team, bringing that heat. Hey! Top tier trading team, we ride that wave from the red to the green, from the fear to the brave. Charts look mean, but we still don't cave. We just dance through the drawdown, pockets to save. for the slide. Cover my downside, let the upside glide. Stop, set, snug, so the loss stays small. Win big, lose small, that's the name of the call. Pivot at support, let the losers go. Let the winners walk, let the compound grow. From the laptop glow to the back porch swing, we sing about spreads like a porch front hymn. Oh yeah, top tier trading team. We ride that away from the red to the green, from the fit of the brave. Charts look mean, but we still don't care. We just dance through the drawdown, pockets to save. Top tier trading team, turn the grind to a dream. High tide, high vibe, let the profits stream. Every bell, every bar, we're a laser beam. Top tier trading team. Top tier trading team. Who you call when the candles shake? Who you roll with when the floor might break? When the line pulls back but your hands stay clean, sing it out loud. Yeah, you know that team.